everyone. So here we are with our Hindu vocabulary. You must have enjoyed doing various words which I've taken from Hindu, and if you want, there were some students who wanted that we should also highlight and focus and ascertain the lines that we have taken from Hindu. So we are also going to do in the coming videos about which lines, the contextual lines, the meanings or the paragraphs of Hindu that have been taken. This is randomly we have picked up some words from the whole month of December, and we have included them in our vocabulary section. Some students did ask us about this, that is about the roots section, that are we going to continue with that or is it over? No, it isn't over. There's no end to roots. It's an infinite ocean. It's the vast, the knowledge, the vast knowledge which has no end. So in that case, we'll be continuing with our roots after we complete some important words of the Hindu vocabulary, right? So you're ready with the things. I did some words yesterday and I continue with the same. Taking up more in a negative connotation of the words, that is unexceptional. Unexceptional is something which is unexceptional. That means not open to objection. You don't object to it. Not particularly new or exciting. It's not something different or out of the box or away from the track. It is not unimpeachable. It is acceptable, it is satisfactory, it is not different, so it is somewhat which is in the same mundane ordinary form, right? The things which is the synonym that we have taken for the word acceptable here for this. Now when we say acceptable, it means something that you readily take, means you don't deny, right? And it is somewhat satisfactory, it's all okay, it's in the sing. And the opposites that we have taken, insufficient, it is not enough for something, or it is unacceptable. Now we make up a sentence in a positive connotation as well as a negative connotation as per the usage of the sentence. For example, she had got unexceptional talent, or her memory or her vocabulary is unexceptionable. That means something which you don't have words sometimes to describe also. Moving on to our next word for today, that is the second one, unequivocal. Equivocal means something which is ambiguous or doubtful. Unequivocal means sharp on both the ends. So in a way that leaves no doubt, it is comfortable, it's quite clear. We use the word crystal clear. Something which is crystal clear. It is something which is having no doubt. In the examination, we want that everything should be unequivocal to you. That means everything should be clear to you. The opposite of it we would take is ambiguous, clouded, cryptic. Please note the word cryptic message. Sometimes we use it. आपने हिंदू की जो line पढ़ी, there was the CID could make out or decode the cryptic message. That is a hidden or a latent message. It is dark or enigmatic. See, the word enigma is something which is a puzzle. It's a puzzle, or it's a riddle, or it's a ruse or a trick, right? So something which is enigmatic, something which is not very easy to understand. You have to, read between the lines. You have to churn your mind to understand it. So equivocal and unequivocal, both the words are clear. I hope I made the sentence that in the exam everything should be unequivocal to you. And if you have any ambiguity, anything which is not understood, please ask your doubts, right? Moving on to next word, unenviable. Unenviable means something which is difficult, which is undesirable or unpleasant. Something which is disagreeable, something which is difficult. You don't want it, you don't agree to it, you don't desire it, you have no a desire to get it. That is unenviable. And the opposite, a simple word like enviable or desirable. Like sometimes what happens is, because you want that thing, you have a desire, or you have a a kind of a extreme yearning. You remember yesterday's word, a extreme yearning for something. That is a craving and a want for something. That is the word you wanted, desirable, right? You desire for, you remember long for, crave for, yearn for, or want for, just the opposite of this word. Moving to the very important word from the Hindu vocabulary, turmoil. There was a great turmoil in her mind. She wanted to talk to her boss. There was a great turmoil. There was a confusion. There was disturbance, or there was uncertainty, disorder, complete chaos, kind of a confusion of complete chaos, a lot of disturbance. See, mental tension is killing. Compared to physical tension, mental tension is killing. So that kind of a tension, a burden in your mind, that is turmoil. Nobody can bear the mental turmoil, and so we should unburden our thoughts. The opposite would be calm, peaceful, quiet. Turmoil, and the opposite of turmoil is calm or peaceful. Next word, tumultuous, is any kind of something which is a loud noise, a lot of shattering, deafening, thunderous noise, ear piercing noise, lot of loud noise. Like the trumpet sound. Trumpet, trumpet is a kind of a drum. It's a loud sound of it, and that is trumpet. So trumpet sounded means the loud sound, something which deafens your ears. It's something which is very ear shattering, or it is ear piercing. Please note the word ear piercing means it's not pleasing to the ears. It's not something which your ears, it will be a treat to your ears. That is tumultuous. Tumultuous is any kind of confusion, more found in the war, in the riots and difficult situations. The opposite would be soft, calm, quiet, pleasing, a treat to your ears, that kind of a sign. Nobody likes the trumpet sound. Everybody likes this soft, because she's soft spoken. Everybody likes her. I hope you've understood the synonym and the antonym and the sentence that I'm making to explain you the contextual meaning of this, right? Okay, let's move on to our next word. Truce, a very commonly used word in Hindu. The word truce means any kind of an agreement. It's a kind of a treaty, in fact. It's a treaty or an agreement between enemies or opponents, and it is just an agreement that you stop fighting, you stop arguing for some time, you cease fire. See, in English we talk of, just a minute, we talk of this word cease. When we talk of the word cease here, don't confuse with this word. This is stop, this is grasp, grab, hold, right? So cease fire means stop firing, stop using the fire, means stop the war. Armistice is a kind of a treaty when you'll stop using the arms and the weapons. That would be armistice. You're not fighting, there's an agreement. You do not believe that there should be any kind of fight or disharmony among the people. That is truce. There was a truce between India and Pakistan after the war, Indo-Pak war, right? The opposite would be fighting, hostilities. A simple word I can write is enmity. Please note the word and the spelling of the word enmity. When we say enemy and when we say enmity, we don't have this E here, which is missing, right? Next word. Triumph. All of you know triumph. Which word I did yesterday opposite to triumph? Yes, right, vanquished. Vanquished is defeated and triumph is victory. So triumph means something you too much exalt. You talk in a very high flown language about your victory that you have won. So excessive exaltation over one's success or achievement. You talk in a higher form about your achievement. Used specifically in a political context, boastfulness, bombastic, bravado. You are, see, exalt is very happy in a very high flown language. This is more of a hyperbolic in tone. It's hyperbolic in tone. When we say hyperbolic in tone, means you talk in a very making castles in the air, or the idiom we use for it, tall talks, right? The opposite of this word would be a person who is very shy. Please note the root bash, demure and shy. This coy word could be added more to it. Diffident, who is nervous, who is having lack of confidence. We have the root bash, abash, mash, most of them meaning in the sense of shy, right? Okay. Let's move to the next word, transparency. You've understood? Many people have a habit of talking in a more hyperbolic manner. Transparency from the root trans. Please see the root, that is one to the other. See, there are three objects, that is transparent, translucent and opaque. Transparent means when light can pass from one end to the other, that is transparent. Translucent means the light cannot easily pass from one end to the other. And opaque, like wood and other things where light cannot at all pass, that is opaque. Now when we say transparency in the examination CLAT paper, you will have total transparency. What does it mean? You can easily see what mistakes you have done, you can match your paper, you can give yourself marks in accordingly. So the condition of being transparent, lucid, clarity, limpidity, lucid, they also use the word pellucid. The Tagore's poems are very lucid in their understanding, very clear. जो अभी हमने किया था word, remember which idiom? Yes, crystal clear. एकदम साफ समझ आता है. There's no doubt or there's no ambiguity about it. ठीक है? Opaque word से है cloudiness, opaque, opacity, turbid, that is very cloudy. Your mind should not be clouded or opaque when you are appearing for the exam. It should be, your concept should be, yes, there should be clarity, crystal clear, the concepts should be. Right? Very important word, the next in this, tranquility. Tranquil means calm and quiet, a total composure, when there is serenity, right? Serenity. There is no hustle and bustle. देखा होगा the city life which is full of hustle and bustle. कोई शोर शराबा नहीं. Very calm, quiet, serene, peaceful situation. Like during the corona pandemic, everybody was enclosed in their houses and the roads were total in tranquility. We sometimes are afraid of the tranquility of the graveyard. So quality or the state of being tranquil, being very calm, peaceful, quiet, serenity, composed. We could write further more for this. If there is balance of mind, we could use the word, yes, equanimity. This is balance of mind. You are in a very sang-froid state. You don't lose your balance of mind. That's also calm and quiet. The opposite would be commotion, disturbance, not in harmony, some kind of busyness, some kind of a problem. That would be the opposite for the word tranquility. Taking up the next word, tinker. I read one of the poems of John Donne where we had the poem, it was a sonnet that was batter my heart, three-first in God. There was God is taken in the form of a tinker. Tinker is a pot maker who repairs things. Like we had the pot, wonderful description was there. There was a beautiful metaphysical conceit and a comparison, a metaphor was used. Man is compared to a pot and God is compared to a pot maker. As the tinker puts up the things, repairs the things, if the pot is defective, it's not the fault of the pot, it's the fault of the tinker. So it's in fact what I was trying to talk of the word, that is the pot maker. Earthenwares, the mud utensils are made by it. Attempt to repair or improve something in a casual or desultory way. Trying to improve things in a better way. Repair, adjust, fiddle, experiment. कोई चीज़ को आप ठीक करने की कोशिश करते हो. You try to cover up the ravages. You try to remove those ravages and faults in it and make it faultless. That is the work of the tinker. The opposite would be one who breaks, destroys, totally. कल क्या था हमने word? Yes, wreck. And the word wreck. Right? So, when a person tries to remove the flaws in something, that is tinker, and one who breaks those things, that would be the opposite of this word, right? So, you have seen the words truce, that is an agreement, simple. Triumphant, talking in a very high flown language, in fact flaunt about something. Transparency is completely crystal clear. Tranquility is calm, quiet and composed, and tinker is a pot maker, a person who tries to repair and make things in a better way. I've always told that, see, don't count how many words you did. If it is 10 or 20, it hardly matters. What matters is you're able to grasp them, you're able to understand them with the root, with the idiom, with the synonym. Like as soon as I said tranquility, sang-froid word, crops in your mind. This is what is actually vocabulary. It happens. See, these are simple little bricks which will make the wall, the foundation of your vocabulary, and it's going to really work in the examination. If you want, you can. So you will and you can, and you can and you will. That is what you have to remember for vocabulary. So please do keep watching our vocabulary sections. Keep writing what are the things you found good, bad, any kind of your positive and negative connotations, and anything which is not clear, so that we are there to improve ourselves and give you the best of things. Please do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for today, students. Thank you.